Zimbabwe is expected to receive its first batch of COVID-19 vaccines from China next week, Monday. The country has donated 200,000 Sinopharm vaccines. Here's the country's information minister.
Cabinet received updates on the procurement and rollout of COVID-19 vaccines in Zimbabwe, and this was presented by Honorable Vice President and Minister of Health and Childcare, Comrade Chiwenga, and also in conjunction with the Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Honorable Professor Mutuli Ngube. Cabinet was informed that the country is saddled with a second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic that has manifested in high infection and death rates countrywide, with the compounding factor being the new strain, which is more infectious and virulent. While a trend of some decline in infections and deaths had been recorded as a result of the lockdown measures currently in place to contain the outbreak, it is imperative that the country accelerates the acquisition of vaccines in order to halt a potential third wave. In that regard, Cabinet endorsed the following key guidelines. A, that Zimbabwe's vaccination program, in particular the choice of vaccines, needs to be science-based with adequate research and findings guiding decision-making and course of action. B, that Zimbabwe will take decisions independently in the national interest without undue influence. C, that the vaccination programs shall be undertaken in a structured manner with groups such as the health frontline workers being accorded first priority. Regarding the COVID-19 vaccination program, the Ministry of Health and Childcare plans to vaccinate about 60% of the country's population in order to achieve herd immunity, which is about 10 million people. A development plan mapping the priority groups for rollout of the vaccine has already been developed. Already, government has set aside $100 million for the procurement of COVID-19 vaccines. Treasury will continue to ensure funding for the procurement of other medical supplies, including medicines and PPE, in the fight against this pandemic COVID-19. In terms of vaccines procurement, the government of the People's Republic of China has extended a donation of 200,000 Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine doses. The donation and the initial batch purchased are expected in Zimbabwe by 15 February 2021 and the first week of March 2021, respectively. The 76 to 86% efficacy of the Sinopharm vaccine was endorsed by the World Health Organization. Meanwhile, efforts to procure other COVID-19 vaccines, such as the Sputnik Victory from Russia, among others, are underway. India, like China, has also offered a donation, and an option to purchase commercially, and modalities for this offer are still being worked out.